Well, good Saturday, late morning, early afternoon. It's kind of overcast and cloudy, damp, chilly this morning. And to be truthful about it, it's damp weather working out, crawling around on the ground, so it's about got my arthritis. So I thought I would take it a little easy this morning. And what I thought we would do let's talk finances here a little bit. And specifically the old red 76 Ford truck. Is it financially beneficial to do this or not? Can you just go buy one ready to go, put the key in it, crank it up? No worries, drive it. Now, I'm talking about making a daily driver, something you can drive every day. Let's see. I've been sitting here this morning going over some financial math that I'm not the best in the world, but I know 2 plus 2 is 22, and 1 plus 1 is 11. So, and I'm going to give y'all so far the total, what I've bought for the truck. So far, I haven't had to pay a mechanic to do anything. I've been able to do all of it myself. So, labor, we won't get there yet. But what I'm going to do, again, I'm doing this channel mainly so I can go back and reference stuff myself, because a lot of times, I've said it many times, I can see stuff better on camera when I play it over the TV, because it's blowed up bigger, and sometimes I can see things better for myself that I might not have noticed or something. But also, anybody getting started into doing this, maybe some of my untaught, unschooled, just way I figured out how to do stuff might help somebody like me that don't have a lot of money or very little, but you still want to do this. And don't worry about what professionals do. Yes, professionals are good at what they do. That's why they're called professionals. And what I learned early on, when a lot of people started getting into this stuff, telling you have to do it one way or you have to do it the other way. No, you don't. No, you don't. You have to do it the best way you can do it and what you can afford. For instance, rust. Oh, you gotta sandblast it, you gotta acid dip it, you gotta do this and that. That would be nice if we all could. Not disputing the guys. They're correct. Do you have to do it? No, you don't. 97% of us can't do stuff like that. Be nice if we could. And I support the guys that can, that shows, if you can do it, that's the best way. But 90+% of us can't do that stuff. So, like I said, I've been doing this stuff since before there was a YouTube or I even knew what it was. And this stuff's worked for me. As my grandmother used to say, since Hector was a pup, and apparently that was a long time ago. But what I thought I'd do on this particular truck, I will go through what I've spent on it so far, including the price of the truck, where we're at right now, and then estimate about what these trucks in my part of the country, I'll call it the Tennessee Valley, Northwest Georgia, Southeast Tennessee, Northeast Alabama, around that part. I'm not speaking for anything outside the Tennessee Valley because I don't know. But let's start. I'm going to tell you exactly, because I keep up with this stuff. I have to, because I have to make a little money on it, or a lot of money, or whatever is fair. That's what I try to do, what's fair, what's honest. If I sell something for a whole bunch of money one time, that ain't going to do me no good. If I can sell something at a fair, honest price over and over and over, that's better. Uh, get your reputation up as being honest and a fair price, truthful. Always, if you're selling something like this, be as honest as you can with it. If there's something wrong with it that you can't fix or not able to fix, and you're going to sell it, always let somebody know. Be honest. But we're fixing to get into some dollars, financial numbers. If I can read my own writing. Alright, what I paid for the truck. I paid $1,000 for it. Now this is the red 1976 we're working on right now. I paid $1,000. It cost me $225 to get it hauled here to my house. So $1,225 in it. So far we've put on a new starter. I had to buy a tailgate for it because it didn't have one, in which I discovered the other day it's the wrong year model. But I'm going to have to try to make it work. I can't afford another one. That tailgate was $150. The new starter was $95. I bought a new fuel pump, but I haven't put it on because the old one's working great. It's shooting gas like nobody's business. But I have a new fuel pump. We got to include that. It was $30. I bought ignition control module, spark plugs, plug wires. All of that together was $140. I put a new pickup coil in the distributor. This don't have points. It's got, back then they called them a pickup coil. Basically, it's the first attempt at electronic ignitions. That pickup coil was $69. I got a cheap, the first oil change. Just do a cheap one because you'll need to run them a few days or so and drain that back out, because that kind of engine that's been setting for years, it kind of helps wash it out and stuff. You don't want to run it, but your first oil filter, a full change, just do a cheap, good new clean oil. Oil filter, air filter, distributor cap. STP was running a really good sale. I got all of that for $54. And I know some folks are going to start hollering about the oil. It don't matter. This truck's been sitting for 20 plus years with sludge and goop in it. For the initial get it started, run it, you're basically washing it out with clean oil is what you're doing. I had to buy a new ignition switch for it. That was $54. Where we took the valve cover off to get the valves unstuck, I had to buy a valve cover gasket. That was $23. I bought a rebuilt battery. Here in town, there's a fellow that sells rebuilt batteries. I have excellent luck with them. I'll get 2 or 3 or 4 years out of them. And really all I can buy, if I bought a new one, it would have to be the cheapest thing I could get, which is around $80 or $90 for a new one. Here, I'd get 2 or 3 or 4 years out of it. This fella, I can get a reman battery for $60. Tires, that's pretty expensive. They was $425. That's a new set of radials. Alright, brakes. Soft lines, both sides, $66. Both rear wheel cylinders was $42. Front brake pads was $43. 2 new brake calipers, $86. And if I added this right, I put small miscellaneous, just this and that stuff. Was, if I added it right, I think I did. I didn't graduate. All of that together was $258. I got a rebuilt alternator instead of a new one. The reason I did that, a new one was $162. A rebuilt one with a 1-year warranty was $48. Very simple, the reason I did that. I put a new voltage regulator on it, which, by the way, we have the charging system working now. Works great. The voltage regulator was $27. And I actually had some, I'll just tell y'all, I had some points saved up at AutoZone. If I hadn't had them points, that voltage regulator would have been $53. That's crazy. I got rear brake shoes, both sides, was $52. And again, I've done all the work so far. I haven't had to pay a mechanic to do anything. Right now, our total cost, what we're into this truck, not adding labor or time or knuckles or broke backs, or I actually pulled my hip out of socket about 2 weeks ago doing something out here. Don't ask me how. We're at $2,779 in this truck so far. Now, value wise, what's this truck worth? Put the key in it, crank it, and take off, where you don't have to worry about it, don't have to do nothing. Just a daily driver, dependable, safe, around here, and as good a shape as this old truck is, rust wise and everything. Yes, it's got a lot of surface rust on the hood and the top, but it's just on the surface. I can take a Scotch-Brite pad with some warm soapy water and get rid of that, and that's what we're eventually going to do. We're going to do some videos on trying to buff out the paint and see what we can make it look like. It took me not long ago, I finally learned what patina was. It's not a girl in a old bluegrass song. It's wear, age, history, they call it, which, shoot, I ain't got a problem with it. I like history. But we're going to see how good we can't make this truck look just like it is. Maybe put some linseed oil or something on it to slow the rust down. But with this truck complete, what all I'm going to do to it, I have a new factory seat cover on its way. It should be here today. I don't remember how much that was. I'll add some more stuff up at a later date. I also ordered the new felt for the windows, the roll up and down windows, the new felt, all the lining around the windows, weather stripping. I'll replace all of that. I got my hair cut this morning. Wait, that stuff was getting in my eyes, hanging down my collar. It's getting on my nerves. We'll go through at a later date, do another rundown. I don't recall right offhand what that stuff costs, but it's going to have new window linings, new window felt, new seat cover, which is be a factory Ford OME ABC 123 whatever seat cover. But this truck, when I'm done with it, these trucks around, like I said, the Tennessee Valley, is bringing anywhere. Get in them, turn the key, and go. Don't do nothing to them. Minimal rust. Around $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Now, we're right at $3,000 if I've added everything right. And I did go through the 7th grade twice, so I'm twice as smart as the average 7th grader. We're right at $3,000 in it so far. It's still up on jack stands. We ain't drove it yet, except across the yard up to the shop. And we've got another, this is a ballpark figure, at least another $1,000 we're going to have to spend on it. Probably. So right now, I'm estimating we're going to have close to $4,000 in the truck when we're done. And that's not adding any labor. Is it worth doing it this way as opposed to just going and buying one? In my case, and probably a lot of other people's case, it is. And the reason why that is, I can't just go buy one, pay the price of one already done. I can occasionally come up with 800,000 bucks, buy one, and then if it takes me 2 or 3 years to get it put together, a year, 6 months, whatever, I can do it that way. And just as I can buy parts and replace them and whatever. That's where the benefit would come in. What am I going to ask for this truck when I'm done? I don't know yet. Depends on how bad my back screwed up, my knees, and this stuff. You fellas my age and older, it gets rough to do it. But that's the value, as opposed to just go and buy one. If you can just go buy one, you save yourself a lot of sore backs and knees. And like I said, somehow or another, I pulled my hip out of the socket a few weeks back. I don't even know how, but I knew when because I felt it. So, in conclusion, we're talking finances today. We're right at $3,000 in it right now. So far, I think it's worth it. The engine seems to be really good. The transmission seems to be great. And again, we haven't got out it on the road or nothing, but I just thought we'd do that. We'll do that with this one and evaluate, is it worth it? And we'll continue discovering more things on the truck. Now, the floor on the driver's side is solid as a rock. The passenger side's got a hole. I don't know if you can tell on camera, probably about that big. And the reason it has that, when I bought the truck, there was an old tarpaulin or something in the floorboard. And it looked like it had been there since the truck was parked, and I'm sure it held moisture and stuff and rotted that floor out. But you know how we're going to fix that? The backyard way. We're going to use car tags. And they don't rust, they're strong, they're sturdy, and when we get to that point, we'll video that. But anyway, that was a financial seminar on is it worth redoing an old vehicle financially. Maybe this helped. We'll do another one when we're completely done, see exactly how much we got in it, the actual total cost. So maybe this will help somebody thinking about starting getting into doing this, or been wondering, is it worth it? If for a poorer person like me that don't have a lot of money, I won't say poor, we're blessed, the Lord's been good to us. We got a place to live and something to eat and a bed to lay down at night in, so you can't ask for more than that, really. But a person that don't have a lot of money to throw around, let's put it that way, to me it's worth it because you can get an old antique vintage vehicle that way and enjoy it. But anyway, that's enough financial discussion. And like I said, we'll do another one when we're completely done with it. And be looking for that. Again, the weather. Where I live, all week you walk across the yard and you're squishing water up. It takes it a while to dry out here and everything. But anyway, maybe this will help somebody decide if they want to get in to do this or keep doing it or whatever. But on this particular vehicle, I'm gonna give you all the straight up exact dollar amount, aches and pains. Oh, I probably should include 3 pairs of $1 reading glasses because I broke them, and a $45 visit to the chiropractor to put my hip back in the socket. But anyway, y'all have a good day, and God bless, and we'll be seeing y'all.